I don't like talking about politics. I don't like it. Like for real, for real. Um, I just feel like it's necessary now. Like I'd much rather be talking about real things like the Eminem album, the Common and Pete Rock album. I'm gonna get to that. I can't even get to that. I'm trying to get through the M joint so I can get to that one and now this. Now hear this. I don't like talking about politics because I don't feel that knowledgeable, for one. For two, I believe I am incapable of, like, I believe I'm physically and mentally incapable of believing anything that I see in regards to politics, big politics, is not smoke and mirrors. And I have a problem with that. Like, I don't, it's hard for me to wrap my head around that. Pause. And while you at it, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Leave a super thanks as a donation or taxation if you want to be a citizen of the nation. I'm Monster Man Rockwell, aka the Rockness Monster. I'm the president around here. The tour guide, the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I'm off the damn floor. Right? This is a nation you might want to be a part of. I don't know how y'all. I digress. But yeah, Trump was shot at a rally. Trump was shot at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania somewhere, and well, actually, well, the reports are come. Trump was shot at a rally in Pennsylvania, and he threw a monkey wrench in my whole plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a, I mean, I have to talk about this, right? But I'm having a problem believing that, again, like that this is what it seems. I'm sorry, right? Forgive me. Like, I apologize because I have no, I'm literally just found this out, just starting to see information. Listen, okay, they have a whole diagram of the how it went down, where the shooter was, or how the Secret Service. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't like it. I don't like it, B. You know what I mean? I heard that it wasn't even the bullet that hit him. It was like glass from the teleprompter. I don't know. So what? They said that they identified the shooter was was clipped. You know what I mean? Interesting. In the era of information, in the age of information, do we not want to know who and why this? All right, they know who the shooter is. The shooter's been. You don't want to know why. You don't want to know. You don't want to know no information on the shooter other than his names, whatever. You don't want to ask him no questions. You know what I mean? I guess you can't. If the shooter is on the roof, if there's a shooter on the roof, right, and your Secret Service niggas clip them from over here, you ain't got time. It ain't like you could tackle them. It ain't like you could, your aim is so good that you could knock the weapon out of his hand and then or injure him and not. You understand what I'm saying? I get that, right? But they saying that there was a shooter on this roof over here. How we know? That's what they saying. How we know? Somebody scream, he's got a gun! Convenient. I don't know, bitch. I don't know. But, usually I don't talk about things like this at all publicly because they are harmful to my numbers. I mean, like, I won't talk about them on, not that, I usually don't, but I have. Every time I have, I've, I've taken a hit, in the form of a shadow banning or something like that on IG. And, Instagram, the good folks at YouTube, the relationship that I have, the business relationship I have with them is a better one than the business relationship I had with Instagram. And, so I try to keep it together, follow community guidelines, but there are some community guidelines that are not clear. They don't write those. You can, your freedom of speech, you say what you want to say, but powers that be don't like. Anyway, another reason I don't like talking about this is, well, actually, I don't mind. It's a certain group of people that I don't mind talking about this. And I'm sorry, I apologize. It's not y'all. It's the group of people I grew up with, because we come from similar circumstances and mind states, and they can understand exactly why I say the things that I say, even if they don't disagree. They know that, they know how to show me another piece of information, you know what I'm saying, and it all works out, right? But I gotta talk about this with y'all, because people like y'all might be like, oh, he want to talk about Eminem, but the real going on and the blah, 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 blah. Shut up. All I'm saying is, I reserve judgment on anything in regards to politics until I hear from my trusted sources. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see what, there's certain people, they're not even necessarily platforms that I can direct y'all to in this moment. There's just people that I really rock with, that I look to for, for informed, really informed analysis from my side of thinking. You know what I mean? And what I do know, I don't know what they gonna say, but what I do know they gonna say is this shit fishy. Cause that's just you gotta know your enemy. You think, all right, think about wrestling. Professional wrestling, is it AEW now, or is it still WWE? Well, it was WWF when I was a kid, right? Like halfway through my childhood, we knew that this was scripted. You know what I'm saying? And that ruined it for a lot of people. But a lot of those people came back. Some people, it didn't ruin it. It didn't ruin nothing for them, right? But trying to figure out, like, for the people that didn't come back, like the people pause protesters, get your ass out of here. For the people that it didn't, the people that left and they didn't come back, pause. Imagine why. You understand what I'm saying? It's like the mentality of that person is like, why would I even get involved in this? This ain't real. Like, I like my competition real. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's the NBA basketball, even though people believe that's rigged too. I'm not even qualified to get into that. But you have that, and then you have the Harlem Globetrotters. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, completely different. You already, it's not the same. You know what I mean? And that's how that's kind of how I look at politics. It's like actually, I look at politics worse than that. I sincerely believe everything that mainstream America is pushing in your face, the opposite is true. That's just me, though. I don't believe if it's. I'm gonna stop there before I get shadow banned. Like, comment, subscribe. I told y'all all that stuff. If you made it to the end of this video, let me get a fist. Rock on, rock, go on. 4 fists. Pause.